Well, it's another beautiful day out here at Earthship Farms. Me and my brother have been really hard at it for the last couple months. About every time we get a free moment, like on the weekends and sometimes during the week after our hours of working and everything are done. We got this son of a gun thrown up in about 3 weeks or so. You know, as far as going from the beginning of the cinder blocks all the way up here. Now really the only thing that's left is the gable ends, and then I'll start putting on the house wrap and the roofing underlayment that I'm going to use. So this is really kind of the last step before I start getting it dried in, which means that after I put on this underlayment, after I put on the roofing underlayment that I'm going to put up there, the house won't be getting any more moisture in it. So everything inside will have a chance to finally dry out, because it did get rained in a couple times, and it may not look wet to the eye, but it still does have a higher moisture content than completely dry wood. So after I get that on there, this will be a structure that you could temporarily camp in, and that's what I fully intend to do. So let's take a look at what we got to do today. It's just me out here today, but we just got to cut a couple triangles of plywood for each side. It's going to probably end up being two individual triangles, and they're going to meet together. I already got wasps starting to make nests in here, so I got to get this thing sealed up as quick as possible. But beyond that, I'd like to start staying out here. It was just snowing last week, and we had sleet and snow in 1 week, and now it's 90 degrees outside. I mean, it's been less than 7 days. So then I gotta pull this brace off of here and go ahead and put the gable end on this end too. And then after that, everything's done. As far as I'm going to take that Tyvek house wrap and put it all along the outside to as a moisture barrier. And then on top, there's actually this type of there's some type of modern polymer mesh kind of stuff. It's pretty high dollar, but because I'm doing a sheet metal roof, I really don't want to put tar paper under it, because it's not going to last as long as the sheet metal, you know. So I'm actually going to use like the highest quality materials that I can find for the roof. I've already got the galvanized sheet metal and everything, so I'm going to buy this underlayment. It's like around $150 for a roll of it, but a roll is going to do 2 buildings this size, so I'll have some left over. It's pretty dry in here because it's been so hot, but yeah, like I said, there's some wasps in here. See those sons of guns? Those are mud daubers. Luckily they're not red wasps. So yeah, I'm going to go up to the front and cut these gable ends, and then try to slap them up there. Okay, so here's how I'm figuring out this triangle. First of all, this whole gable end is 10 foot long, and I'm working with 8 foot long sheets of OSB. So obviously I can't span the whole entire distance with it. So to make it easier on me, I'm going to split the triangle right here in the center. So what I'm doing is measuring all the way out to the end of my overhang out here on the 2x4. Measuring in to the center. I measured from both sides and found that the exact center is 78 3/4. So now I'm measuring from the top of the peak down to about where this plywood meets up. That leaves me with 44 1/2. So I'm going to cut 2 mirror image triangles just like that and see if they'll fit. We still don't have the power run all the way back to the back, so I walked up here, got to my cutting station. Now I'm going to mark out those measurements and cut them with the skill saw. Okay, I got my line drawn there. Now it's time to cut that sucker. Well, it's not the prettiest triangle God ever made, but it's pretty good. Good enough for this project. I'm going to take this one back there and make sure it fits upright before I cut the other one. that first one worked beautifully. So now I'm just going to make a copy of the first one and we'll slap them both up there. Now it's time to hang this son of a gun.
You know, and an option for providers in the next fiscal year. Since 2011, 9 rural hospitals in the state have filed for bankruptcy and shut down.
From this world on Saturday, 9 years old. Right now, NASA, his music lives on. As for the Voyager, craft are now more than.
Now the only spot I messed up on was I didn't do a perfect mirror image. So one side is the rough side of plywood, the other side is the shiny side. But that's going to be so much undercover, I don't really think it's going to make much of a difference. So here comes the next step. I'm going to go ahead and slap this other side up. Alright, one more screw and this structure is fully sheathed. 3 or 4 times this last week. Well, we got the structure totally sheathed now, so we're all closed in. And we'll get the underlayment and house wrap put on. This thing will be waterproof and wasp proof. Well, after we get the door.